Smack 'em again, my friends. I got me a donation from my friend Emil Tucker Orr. And Emil wanted me to put Infernal Majesty with None Shall Defy versus Morbid Saints, Spectrum of Death. And I own both these albums on vinyl. No, not the original press. Like, you know, some reissues. High Roller, I think, was that the Infernal Majesty. I love it. Infernal Majesty's a funny band, man. They look like they're glam, but they're thrash as hell. All right, Emil, so let's do this. We got Overlord versus Lock Up the Children. Both awesome, but you know what, man? I'm going with Morbid Saint on that one. That song smokes. But so does Overlord. All right, next, R.I.P., which is a short instrumental, and that's going against Burned at the Stake, which, my God, what a thrashing, crazy-ass song. Another one for Morbid Saint. Alright, next. SOS versus Damien. Damien is killer, but I'm giving Infernal Majesty that one. Alright, next. None Shall Defy versus Crying for Death. This is a really tough one here, because they're both so awesome, but I'm going to go with Crying for Death. So crazy, that tune. Alright, Skeletons in the Closet versus Spectrum of Death. Well, Spectrum of Death is just a short instrumental, and it loses. I'm going to give that one to Skeletons in the Closet. Alright, next, Anthology of Death versus Scars. Scars, my favorite song off this Morbid Saint album. I'm giving it to that. Alright, next, last one, Path of the Psychos, which is a cool instrumental, going against Beyond the Gates of Hell, which wins. So, Emil, there you go, buddy. This is the final score. And I want to thank you so much, buddy, for the donation. You rock, my friend. And anybody out there want to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. And stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath. And smack 'em a gob.
Before we get canceled, check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with me and Wadzilla. We are the Podcast Kings. Link to the podcast is in the description below, and also a link to the YouTube page. Check out older episodes with visuals. And very soon, either Ian and I will learn how to go on YouTube Live. Might be soon. So check out the greatest podcast ever according to science.com. It's also God's favorite podcast and Satan's favorite podcast as well. So check out the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast before we get canceled.